I kind of like how human that is.
Goku! Goku! Goku!
Goku! Goku! Dad!
Goku! It's up to you, Kakarot. Don't you fail. I will defeat you!
How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We're back for another Dokkan battle video. In today's video, we are taking a look at the LR Tech UI Sign Goku. This is the Tanabata LR, and to everyone's surprise, Global Dokkan went and dropped him in the final part of the 9th anniversary. I can't say we didn't expect it, but at the same time, like, I mean, to drop him in August is wild, right? Knowing that we're entering into Worldwide, you know, within just a few weeks after this. So in this video, we're going to take a look at this guy at 55% level 1 links and see just exactly how good this guy is. So let's start by taking a look at his passive. So his passive gives him that entrance animations, as you saw. Gives him key 4 and attack and defense 77% for 7 turns from his entry turn. He also has an additional 77% attack and defense for 4 turns from his entry turn when there's another Universal Survival Saga ally on the team upon his entry turn. He gets key 7 attack and defense 200% and a great chance for any critical hit. He has a great chance of evading enemies' attack, including super attack, and reduces damage received by 15%. He also has an additional damage reduction of 35% within the same turn before the character receives an attack. He also guards all attacks within the same turn after receiving an attack, and launches an additional super attack within the same turn after evading an attack, including super attack. He also launches an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super attack as the second or third attacker in the turn. Now, he does have an active skill that can be activated from the 5th turn from his entry turn. It's, you know, a kind of a skill I don't like, because that means if he shows up at turn 2, that means you aren't using it till turn 7. If he shows up turn 3 because he was slot 7, you may as well consider yourself not using it, right? Like, it's a frustrating effect, but we'll see how it plays out here. On his super attack effect, he is greatly raising attack and raising defense for the turn, as well as giving all allies defense 30% for the turn. On his 12 key, he's doing the opposite. He's raising attack and greatly raising defense. So I kind of like how they kind of support each other like that. And then, of course, raising attack for 1 turn. So if he gets the additional super, he's buffing both attack and defense 30% for the rest of the rotation, which is good because he does want to be slot 1. So we're actually going to run him on Beast Gohan's team here because, like, I would run his own team, but his own team, at least for the time being, doesn't quite have access to the support we want to run, so we're just going to run this so that way we have the 2-turn support from the Krillin and 18, since they do give superhero allies the 50% for 2 turns, plus the Gamma support, right? So we're going to go ahead and do this. We're going to chuck him in slot 1 so he can buff the other allies. So we're just going to go ahead and grab that, get that 18 key out, and then we're going to grab that. I don't, honestly, I don't really care what Fizz Ultimate Gohan does. So, look at that. You know, start a turn, 55% level 1 links. It's honestly not that bad. We can make do with this. All right, so you see that. So 70% chance to dodge, right? He doesn't have that extra 7%, and he doesn't, right, build dodge like AGL UI Goku does. So that's kind of my beef with him, at least in this, in the UI sign form, is that he wants to be slot 1, but if you're somebody who, like me, who has terrible dodge luck, you don't want him in slot 1. But at least we get the attacks off, and we are able to buff the rest of the allies for 30% attack and defense, so that's nice. So look at this. That allows AGL to come out swinging with 19 mil, and we haven't even gotten any build, right? So, I mean, I guess that's where his value comes in. It just, you got to be aware that he doesn't have that extra dodge, at least while in UI sign. He does have the damage reduction, and the guard that can help, but I mean, for most normals throughout every fight, that's probably going to work fine. But for a lot of the supers, it could cause problems, especially those ones that hit early on, you know, over 1.5 mil.
Guess it's my turn.
Alrighty, so with that, we'll keep Beast here. So let's do that number. I guess we keep the 2-turn support up, so that way, if the Gammas ever come back, or when the Gammas come back, they'll actually be able to, we'll have the 2-turn support and the Gamma support up at the same time. I'm kind of curious to see what that looks like, because that would essentially simulate having the LRU7 support up, which, I mean, we're going to have by the end of the week, but obviously for this 55% showcase, we don't have that yet. So it'll kind of simulate that for us. The only thing is, because we didn't get the orbs we need for the Gammas, they may not do the additional supers. Well, they only need additional attacks, so as long as we can proc the hidden potential additional, we'll be fine. And this phase is STR, so that's a little bit helpful for Krillin and 18 here. There we go. Alright, we get the dodge. We get the dodge. Alright, yeah, not getting those orbs for these guys is rough, and it sucks too, because literally all they need is 2 int orbs or AGL, and we couldn't pull that off. You get some dodge, though. That's 2 5 dodges in a row. Okay. Alright, so let's take a look at the stats now. So with that 2-turn support, looking a little better, I guess. Like, look at that. Like, we really don't need all that much here. Let's put that with AGL UI, and then we'll send off the other beast. So a little bit better on the attack and defense. Again, so an AGL UI is probably going to kill again, which means if the tech doesn't. So 8 million here. So he's not all that crazy on the attack, right? So I guess that's... He's kind of a support unit, at least in Sign, right? Which is helpful. We'll talk about what he does once he transforms into a true UI here in a sec. Alright, so look, we missed another 70% chance to dodge. Alright, but we do dodge the super at least. So, okay, not as powerful, right? AGO UI was looking a little bit better on the last turn compared to this one, but I mean, still not bad. He does get the additional super, so yeah, like I thought, we're probably going to take this one down. And I mean, that's fine. I mean, he's not the showcase. We already know what this boy can do. Alrighty, so... now... this number... save our beast. I don't want to use his thing just yet. Yeah, that's the trick. Alright, perfect. Alright, cool. And they do super Beast Gohan, so... oh wait, they can super twice in this phase, can't they? Could be potentially dangerous. Very nice. We get the additional super. Now, the only problem is, Fizz Ultimate Gohan, if we don't proc the additional super, we're only getting 1 super this turn, which could be a problem for us. Especially if they get hit, if Gohan gets hit with the doubles. Well, actually, he might still be within his... he should still be within his passive, actually, so we might be okay here. Yeah, it's turn 4. He's still within his passive, so if, actually, he's best case scenario getting hit with the super. Yeah. Yeah, he's got no build because AGL UI killed the last turn. Okay, well, we get the normal. Oh, wow, yeah. Okay, we definitely needed that. Okay, never mind. He was not best case scenario. Okay, so we need Krillin at 18 to dodge here then. Maybe we should have used Beast active. Shoot. There we go. Okay, we get the dodge. Alright, well, the nice thing is, if we do die, we are going to revive. So let's use the Gamma standby real quick.
Number 1, keep that guy busy to buy me some time.
Number 2, are you gonna...
Alrighty, so now we're going to go ahead and bring out Mastered Ultra Instinct. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a fan of Ultra Instinct, but man, is that good. Okay, well, here we go. So we get his domain up. So let's take a look at what's happening actually here. So first and foremost, right, with his domain up, right, look at here. The domain gives us key, raises our key by 4 for 3 turns, right? It being active itself, and while it's active, where is it? We have to click over here. It's always good. Here it is. Yeah. So while it's active, we are also giving allies 15% attack and defense, and an additional for 15% for Realm of Gods characters. So that's 30% for Superclass allies and Realm of Gods allies, and then basically nullifies the dodge canceling, right? So events like the Memorable Battle Broly, or, you know, the Red Zone Broly, or, you know, when we get it, the Blue Kaioken and Evo Vegeta stage, and then, of course, the Goku and Frieza stage of the new Supreme Battle Spectacle, right? When you enter those fights and you activate this, it'll get rid of their dodge canceling. That's basically what it's designed to do. So now, with all of that up, consider we're having all of those buffs while doing all of this. So now he's got attack defense 300% and key 7 and 59% attack. He evades all attacks and allies' chance of evading enemies' attack 10% for 1 turn from his entry turn. So this turn that he appears, we have guaranteed evasion, and then everyone else has an extra 10%. He's also giving key 3 up to 12, or getting key 3 up to 12, and a chance of performing a critical hit and chance of evading enemies' attack up 20% up to 77%, and with each attack performed. He does have counters with tremendous power after evading an attack, including super attack, and reduces damage received by 20%, plus an additional 40% within the same turn before he receives an attack. And he guards all attacks within the same turn after receiving an attack. He gets an additional 91% attack and chance of performing a critical hit and chance of evading enemies' attack plus 20% when HP is 50% or less at the start of the turn. And he launches an additional super attack when key is 24. Now, he is still greatly raising attack and defense on his 18 key, so now it's, right, instead of just the defense being only normally raised, both are being greatly raised on the 18 key, while supporting attack and defense 59% for the turn. Alright, and then, of course, if he gets that 12 key, another greatly raised, and then disabling enemies' guard. So that's very helpful, right? In situations where you have enemies that have that high damage reduction, that can be very, very helpful. So, all right, we're actually just going to go ahead. I mean, we're going to play this out, right? So let's grab this with him. I'm going to grab this with him. It's unfortunate we're not getting the key because he's not dodging. So we have guaranteed dodge. Look at that attack stat this turn. This is pretty crazy. So we actually do have the 2-turn support this turn. And we have the... there we go. And look, we get the counter. There we go. Look at that. Beautiful. Nice. Crit counters. You love to see them. So all of these attacks that we are guaranteed to dodge right now are... I mean, this is just beautiful. Now, consider if he was in slot 2, right? If he was in slot 2 after AGLUI Goku, he'd be getting extra crit chance, right? But he's also getting extra crit chance with each of the attacks performed here. So, but look at that. That's so good. The animations are pretty clean on that. There we go. And then we get the crit counter, and that will take him down. So, once again, trying to revive. We just cannot. The game will not let us revive. Alright, so let's go ahead. Let's use this beast's active.
Is that all you've got?
Alrighty, so with that, I mean, I don't want to do this, but I don't think we have a choice, really. Just simply due to how things were set up here. Yeah, we may as well just let this Beast Gohan just take all these hits. And now, just simply because of the way the attacks fell, we're going to have to pray that we don't get supered slot 1 on this next Beast Gohan. Because, you know, he hasn't been hit yet, so we don't have his target skill ready. I don't know. We might not need it. We'll see. I think it's going to depend on what happens next turn, honestly. There we go. Okay, now, hopefully we get the extra... I feel like if we can get the extra supers with him, even though he hasn't gotten his full build, we might actually be able to do something here. There we go. Double super, yeah, okay, we take double supers, so that's good. That's going to help us put that damage out. Okay, we actually got the triple. It took a while to get him somewhere, but we got there. Very nice. Okay, look at that. 28 million on the Gohan. And remember, we do have UI's domain, so we're getting an extra 15% here on him. Oh. I think if we triple super here, we might actually finish this. Oh, just barely. Okay, and then, so we do have the 2-turn support. So, I mean, we already know what's going to happen. He's going to dodge and counter. I want to get a little bit of build out of AJLUI, so I'm going to do something silly here and put him in front. Alright. There we go. Okay, cool. It's a... Gosh, really, UI? Really? Okay, perfect. So, had to do that just to kind of get everything out of the way, you know? Alright. Oh, wow. Okay, his domain actually doesn't last very long. Okay, that's good to know. Okay, so I didn't realize... Go back and look at that. Well, hang on. Let's use the Gamma support here. Okay, so, I mean, yeah, they definitely want you to be running 2 UIs because he runs out quick on that. I didn't realize that. Okay, let's do this.
Guess it's my turn.
Alright, so with that, we can grab this with our Beast Gohan. We can grab this with him. Oh, and we can get a big old fat heal here. Perfect. So, I mean... Ooh, this could potentially be dangerous. We have a triple super. We have the Gamma support. We are linked with Beast... Oh, actually, no, never mind. His ultimate... Oh, no, but we don't have Piccolo. Oh, dude. I was going to say, if we had Piccolo, that was an action cancel right there, but never mind. We don't have Piccolo, so this could potentially be dangerous. Alright, here we go. 22 million out of him. So we might finish this here, but I mean, we basically got to see what we needed to see out of TEQ UI, so I mean, that's fine. There we go. Yeah, okay, he's definitely going to finish it. Yeah, so I mean, we got to see what we needed to see out of TEQ UI. Like I mean, he's just crazy. He just literally one turned that phase at type disadvantage, no less, simply through his own attacks and his counters, right? Like, that's the thing. He's another counter unit. So while in his base form, you're not going to be seeing anything crazy out of him attack-wise, right? His function is to support the rest of the team while you stall out to his transformation state, which is pretty good. And I mean, honestly, for 55% level 1 links, what we're seeing here is pretty darn good. Imagine what this guy going to look like fully awakened, fully link leveled, linked next to a GOU Goku with all the crazy support. Remember, we're still waiting for the best support unit for him to come in a few days, the LR Universe 7, and of course, you know, his own support. We're talking about some crazy, crazy numbers that this guy and AGOUI are going to be putting up. So I'm definitely excited to see what this guy is going to look like as we continue through his grand tour. He's phenomenal. I know I have my issue with dodge units, and I'm always going to hate UI Sign for being just plain 70% chance to dodge. But, right, you know, it's a huge but. When he works, he is doing so much for the units around him, right? And while it's not apparent here in this fight that we're doing for the 55% showcase, as we get into these harder stages of the new Supreme Battle Spectacle or Supreme Magnificent Battle, we're going to see that that extra buff that he is giving allies is absolutely necessary. You're going to see that the Universe 7 team, what it's doing for each other, the additional crits, the additional supports, the extra attack and defense that's being given on super attack, right, through the passive, through the domains, all of that does add up, and it's going to allow units to actually deal damage to these major bosses that actually have abilities that, you know, prevent you from dealing damage to them unless you break a certain damage threshold, right? The team works well to get this accomplished, I believe, more so than any other team, and can't wait to see what that actually feels like in practice. So guys, that is it for the video. If you like the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And in the comments down below, let us know what are your thoughts on UI Goku at 55% level 1 links. If you managed to pull him and test it out, let us know your experience. Curious to see how that went for you guys in the comments down below. Otherwise, guys, as always, thanks for watching, and aloha.